In this video, we will understand when to introduce solids to the baby, what are the important signs before introducing solids, and what does science say about it. Hi, I'm Swapnil Kaushik, a childbirth educator and lactation consultant, and my channel, Mom's Preg-Ladder, talks about everything to do with pregnancy, birth, and beyond. WHO and science say that after the completion of 6 months, your baby can be introduced to solid food. Before 6 months, a child should not be given anything other than mother's milk or formula. But in some cases, the doctors advise to introduce solids after 4 months. This is a general question at times. The question is, should you also introduce solids early on to your child? Well, no. Understand one thing. If there is a medical requirement for a child, as suggested by his or her doctor, then the mothers are guided for the same. Now, this situation totally differs from child to child and depends on what the medical reasons and requirements may be. Now we'll talk about why you should not introduce solids early, that is before the completion of 6 months. A child's digestive system and all the organs like small intestine, stomach, large intestine, liver that are involved in the digestion process, they take time for development. In case you introduce solids before 6 months, then the child will be troubled with a lot of digestive issues like acidity, indigestion, constipation, gastric issues, not only during childhood but also as an adult. So it takes a minimum of 6 months to reach this developmental milestone. Now let's look at the signs that tell you that your child is ready for solids. Number 1, completion of 6 months is just one of the criteria to start solids. Number 2, tongue reflex. And what do you mean by that? Well, in general, babies tend to thrust the tongue out, which on its own stops from 6 months. If the tongue thrust reflex is still there, the baby unwantedly spits our food and the mother assumes no matter what she gives the baby is not interested. It is also important to know that for some babies, the tongue reflex can take a little longer, like 6 months, 3 weeks or so, and this is also absolutely normal. Number 3, when your baby starts sitting in a tripod pose. What is that? Well, when the baby can sit with both hands in front and sit up straight without any support. So make sure that your baby has good control on his spinal cord. Otherwise, wait for it to happen. Remember, the primary source of nutrition for baby's first 1 year is mother's milk. Introducing solids is not substitute feeding, but it is complementary feeding. It is to introduce more food along with your breast milk. Mommies, we conduct a 2.5 hour session in which we talk about all such interesting facts and educate parents about different methods of introducing solids, what is gagging versus choking, some amazing meal plans, and so much more. If you found this video helpful, kindly share and subscribe.